Tears, truth, jokes, but he'll begin. She break it down real, never playing pretend. Take heed to the messages, lessons through the lens.
From the stars, she built from the stars, turned all them L's and twists to Mars. Ain't here to preach, just here to relate. She done felt in the past, now she shifting the fate.
Every slip was set up for her next prize. Not your poor truth with a joke on the side. No filth, no fluff, just soul and mix. Every story got a gem, every laugh got a fix. She where you went from heartbreak to hustle, from crying in the dark to finding the muscle. So if you watch it, better open your ears, cause the realest lessons come wrapped in them tears. Take heed to the message, you gon' feel this vibe. Real top, no cut, just the truth and life. She been through the fire, now she feed that flame. Laugh through the pain, but she still got game. Everyday life with a twist and a grin. Tears, truth, jokes, where the hill begin. She break it down real, never play and pretend. Take heed to the message, lessons through the lens.
She saying how it is, no shoot, no mask. Might roast you in love, but it's all gonna last.
It's life uncut with a side to grace. She a voice in your ear when the world in your face.
Laugh if you want, cry if you need, but one thing for sure, you gon' take.
Cause she been through the mess, now she blessed in the proud, with truth in the chest, and the hair still proud.
Good evening, everybody. How y'all doing? I'm sorry I was on colored people time today. I had to handle some business, y'all. That's why I did not come and do my show this morning. Please forgive me for the lateness, okay? Stephen, I see you. How are you? Melissa, I see you. How you doing? Okay. Shout out to Corey Joe, 1000 Watts Radio, where the content is fire. And the jams always be dropping. You hear me? Y'all get in there and like and subscribe to that brother channel. And when you in there, tell them take heed, shit, my baby. Now, we're going to discuss some foolery today, okay? We're going to discuss some foolery today. And the title of this nonsense is Amanda Seales' Jubilee debate was a horror show. It was a horror show, baby. Yes, it was. It was a horror show, baby. Okay? Now, we're going to discuss it. We're going to talk about it. Now, listen. If you don't know who I am, okay, that's fine. I'm not famous yet. That's fine. I ain't famous yet. A lot of people don't know me on these YouTubian streets, okay? I'm not famous yet, okay? So the name of my show is called Take Heed to the Message with Abang Anwa. It just means queen. That is my given name from my husband's tribe. All right. Let's get into the foolery. Hey, Green Beans, how are you? Now, before we get into the main event, okay, Dr. Umar school was saved. Did you hear what I said? Did you hear what I said? Yep. His school was saved. Do y'all remember Daniel Walker, right? The chief, I think he's the chief administrator or something like that. Y'all remember him, right? He wrote into a content creator that I follow. The content creator wrote to him first, okay? And he asked him, is there anything new with the case with Dr. Umar? Is the schools gonna be up for auction? And he said, I am at liberty to tell you that the schools are off the auction list. It is off the sheriff's list. And that Dr. Umar has entered into agreement. He has paid his past debt and entered in an agreement to pay the city back. So he worked out a payment plan. So he paid what he owed or whatever, and then worked out a payment plan, I guess, for the rest of the other stuff. So yes, the school was saved. Now the question is, where did he get the money from? That's the question. Where did he get the money from? Because I know a lot of his supporters was upset with him. Okay? So where did he get the money from to pay for this? Okay? Now listen, before y'all say take heed, you running your mouth, you don't know what you're saying. Let's get it from the horse's mouth, okay? Before we get into any foolery, let's get it straight from the horse's mouth, all right? Shout out to Jay Witt, okay, podcast, all right? This brother, I've been following him since Lonnie. I hope I know I'm not saying his name right. Lana. We're gonna say Mr. Honors. Shout out to Mr. Honors because I started following him after Mr. Honors had him on his show. And the brother got good content. So I was just rolling through the streets. Let's get in here. Keep
it going. Summary judgment is appropriate.
Hold on. Do it again. Start from the beginning. I'm going to share it with y'all. Don't worry. I'm going to share it with y'all.
Grace and peace, everybody. You saw the thumbnail. You saw the title. Today, I'm going to do something I haven't done in a while, which is we're going to go over a court case. I put the ask out there earlier for anybody that has evidence that Umar Johnson has actually helped a child or helped a family or has supporters. And I said, hey, if you're a supporter, if you're a family, if you're a child that's been helped by Umar,
hold on.
why don't you come on in?
Hold on. That's my fault. Wait a minute. That's my fault. Hold on, y'all. Wait a minute. That's another video that I privately wanted to skim through. Hold on for a minute. Hold on. It's coming. Hold on. Here we go. Here's the video. Give me a minute because I was like, oh, I want to go through this video. And I thought I shared it. Well, I thought I saved it. Let's go from the beginning. Here we go.
Everybody, happy Wednesday. We are back. You did not see a thumbnail. You really didn't see a title. I wanted to jump on very quickly and go over
This is a pop-up show for him, okay? Because he just got information from Daniel Walker, okay? The chief, I forgot which title this brother holds. I had said it last show. But he got some evidence. So this is why he just came and did a quick pop-up show. So here we go.
There's more information about this whole FDMG debacle that's been going on for the last, month, if you will. And I got some new intel.
Okay,
so
now.
I woke up this morning, had an idea. I said, what if Umar Johnson is trying to lose the property? What if he's trying to?
Okay.
He knows that his donors have probably dried up like a puddle in the sun. But I'm sure there are probably still people donating, I'm sure, because they still believe. I said, what if he's trying to lose the properties? And the best way to lose the properties is to allow the township, city of Delaware, of Wilmington, to seize them and auction them off. And that way he can position
Ricky,
the man took it from me, this, that, and the other. The white man is racism, all this kind of stuff like that.
Daniel,
and
the
burden of the schools is off of his back. And he knows that.
I got to stop this real quick. Ricky, I was so mad with you. I don't know what I was watching the other day. I was like, wait a minute. I know good and hell well he ain't come up here and do some foolery. I was about to unfollow you, my brother. I was about to unfollow you. Now, you know, I can take a lot of your stuff. I can take a lot of it. I'm not lying. I watch you and I'll be like, I could take this. It's all right. This is this is growth right here. You gotta take it with a grain of salt. This is why I love to watch you, Mr. He Said, Mrs. She Said, I love watching Red Lipstick Vibe as well because y'all have some amazing teaching moments. So I was like, yeah, And then when you came in with that, I was like, my husband was looking at me and he was like, what is you watching? I was like, this is Ricky. My husband was like, this is who? I was like, this is Ricky. I was showing him the video and everything. I was showing the phone like a little kid. You know how you going to tell your father, son? I was going like this with the phone. My husband was like, he might be playing. Just wait a minute. He might be playing a little bit. I said, no, this is real. This is real. Ricky, I'm telling you right now. Ricky, you play too much. I'm telling you. Y'all, please like and subscribe to Ricky Williams on YouTube and IG, where the content is always fire, baby. And he a dog walker. You hear me? Y'all get in there and like and subscribe to that brother channel. And while you in there, tell him, take heed, sip, my baby. Okay? Now, let's get back. Like I told y'all, Dr. Umar's schools got saved. Okay? This is breaking news. His school got saved. Let's go back. This is the Jay Witt, okay? Jay Witt, he is a podcaster and he has a good relationship with Lonnie Honors, okay? Y'all get in here. Check this out. Here we go.
All it's going to be is like 6 months in the proverbial penalty box, and most people are going to forget about it. And they're going to be like, okay, on to the next drama, on to the next thing, right? So by April of next year,
how are you?
Definitely by February next year, nobody's going to be talking about him anymore. He can just kind of slide under the radar. Whether he still has his money, because a lot of people were speculating about what did he do with the donations and this, that, and the other, and where's the donation money? And I think that's a valid question.
Yeah.
I was like, what if he's doing this intentionally to lose the building? And I was like, that sounds reasonable to me. That sounds like a very reasonable move. And that way he's back. He's got the money, whatever money he has.
That's what we all
off the
thought.
radar. He can go.
That's what we all thought. We all thought this too, that he would just let them sell the buildings and he just go somewhere. That's what we all thought. Me too. But the question still remains, where did he get the money from? Okay? Where did he get the money from? Okay? Shout out to Mrs. She Said, where the content is fire, baby. Y'all get in here and like and subscribe to Mrs. She Said. Hashtag shame lady, baby. Y'all get in here and like and subscribe to that sister channel. And while you in here, tell her, take heed, shit, my baby. Okay? Now, let's get back, okay? Let's get back to Jay Witt. Here we go.
Move in a different direction. I said, man, I can't do the school because they took away my building. Can't do the school because of XYZ, even though we've looked at tons of other people who've done schools with a whole lot less, right?
Right.
So I thought about it and I said, no, I need to find out one way or another because it seemed plausible to me. But I said, I need to have some corroborating evidence before I go and say, oh, this is what he's probably going to do next. This will probably be his next move. And the best thing I can conclude is I wonder if Wilmington, Delaware will give me some more intel.
All right.
I emailed them the other day. They gave me the breakdown of the timeline. Let's see if I still even have it on my computer here. I do have it somewhere. There it is. They gave us that breakdown, and that was really helpful. I was like, oh, maybe they'll, if I reach out, maybe they'll give me a little bit more. How about that? Maybe they'll explain a little bit more. Let me bring this in. Remember, I don't want to show you that yet. Hold on. I can't give you that. That's the good stuff.
And let's get to
Move
it.
this out of the way.
Let's get to
Well, you
it.
can only bring one thing at a time. So remember, they gave us this. And I thought, okay, that was super helpful and kind of broke it down to us. But even while we were reading this, I mentioned that it really seems like they're still willing to work with this guy. The verbiage and the phraseology to me seemed very much like, we'll take payments. I think I even joked about it. I said, man, they just want you to come in and make a payment, man. Make a payment arrangement. Because they don't want the property. They want you to make a payment arrangement. Well, I reached out to them again today. And shout out to them. I'm going to try to do this while I'm talking. And I got a new update. And I think it's quite interesting. So I reached out to David Walker. Shout out to him. He's been very helpful. And I told him, hey, I have this theory. I think Umar's trying to lose the property, and you confirm one way or another if that's true.
So now this is Daniel Walker talking now. Here we come. Here's the email coming back to Jay Witt.
And so this is what he gets. He said, I can share that the properties in question, we know what those properties are, were removed from the sheriff's sale process. So they were going to be auctioned.
From the sheriff
And he says, Dr. Umar has communicated with our officers and has satisfied his delinquencies.
He satisfied it.
I don't know how much that is, but somehow or another, he got some bread. He got some bread in his pocket. I might have to play the bread in my pocket. He's satisfied his delinquencies and has entered into a payment agreement.
A payment agreement.
Y'all, we going into FDMG extra innings now.
All right now. So I just wanted to share that part with y'all, okay? That Jay Witt got the email from Daniel Walker, okay? And Dr. Umar has paid the past due balance. So now we talking about something else. He said his bank accounts were frozen. So where did he get the money from? Dr. Umar is not working. So where did he get the money from? So that means somebody helped. Somebody stepped in and helped. Okay. So where did he get the money from? Okay. Now, I don't want to say it was his donors. Hey, Dr. Steele, how are you? They changed your name in here too. I don't want to say he got it from his donors because I don't know. Okay. I know a lot of his donors was upset with him when he came to social media saying he had the money, his accounts was frozen and all this other stuff. So I don't know where he got this money from, but all I know, he saved those buildings. Also, I want to share something with y'all. I did a Google, you know how Google Go, right? You tap, you get the address of the building, okay? You get the address of the building. So I was looking on the court documents and I got the official address of the building, okay? So I Google searched the building, okay? Let me share something with y'all. This used to be a school. I don't know if y'all knew this before. Maybe some of y'all knew, but this used to be a school. The buildings used to be a school. They just couldn't, I guess, keep it up. It was an academy. I guess they couldn't take care of the bills anymore or whatever like that. Or maybe they didn't have enough students going that could pay. If the government, I don't know if the government was involved or was it a private school, but it was an academy. So I did the satellite. And you know how the satellite lets you come all the way down and you get to look around the buildings, around the corner and everything. Okay. So now I will share this with y'all. They got dope boys on the corner. I don't even know how Google got it like that, but they got dope boys on the corner. Okay. So at the time, I guess when Google snapped it, that's what you saw. So it is a school. Then I also went through like the archives. You know, I was being nosy. I went through the archives of like some of the pictures of the school before. Okay. So it was MA High School. That's what it was called. MA High School. So the real name, I wrote it down. You know what? I'll tell y'all tomorrow because I had wrote it down. I'll put it somewhere in the house. So it was a school prior. Okay. It wasn't abandoned buildings or none of that what we were told. It was a school prior. Okay. Now, the only thing that I see that Dr. Umar has been lying to his people is about the tiles on the floor. Okay. Because if this was a school, because it was a school, they shouldn't have been digging up the floor. You know what I'm saying? It sounds crazy. So I think what he did was put that, he put like paper. He put like paper on the floor and got like, you know, like tape across the floor to make y'all believe that they need to put tiles in. But y'all already know how school floors look. Okay. You already know how school floors look. So I think he's lying to them about the tile thing. But other than that, the school looked nice from the pictures that I saw before. Okay. The school looked nice from within inside. So it ain't much that this man would have had to do to this school. Okay. He probably would have had to fix the roof, stuff like that. Now, the problem would be the asbestos. Because most schools, like our schools over here, they had did like a cleaning out. Like right now, they're doing like a cleaning out of the pipes. They had did the pipes a couple years ago. And then now they're doing like a redo of all the schools in my area because of the asbestos and all that other stuff. So they're cleaning out all these things. That's the only thing I could see that they could do to this school. Also, another thing too, a lot of content creators was pushing this as well, that the soil in the ground of the school was not good. That's a lie. I couldn't find anything. I was going on what another content creator said. So when I did the search myself, I had to do some homework. Y'all know I hate to do homework. So when I did the homework myself, I couldn't find it. Mind you, I had already posted a video that said that the ground was contaminated, but it was not. I couldn't find anything. Only thing I could find is that the school needs just to be clean, like asbestos and stuff like that. Normally, this is all these old schools have this stuff anyway. And so the school have to just bring itself up. You have to fix the school up to code and clean out the asbestos and all that other stuff. That's the only thing that I see that the school has to be done. The roof needs to be done and stuff like that. And that's it. So the thing is that a lot of people is doing some lying too. A lot of people are doing a little bit in here trying to make it look crazy, lying too. It wasn't just a big warehouse that he bought. It was actually a school. Also, another thing too, that pride rock he got, that was just a regular rock. He just painted it, the African colors. That was crazy. I don't know how he anointed that and made it the pride rock. I don't know what that is. That was crazy. But anyway, back to what I wanted to tell y'all. He has saved that school. I don't know who gave him the money. I'm not saying it was saint and sinner. I'm not sure who gave him that money. I'm not sure if it was the new thing that he had done. He had put this out. And I don't know when he put this out, but he had put this out. And I don't know if this might have got him the money either. Check this out right here.
Program coming out for the ladies is called Lunch with the Doctor. It's called Lunch with the Doctor. You make a $500 donation to FDMG Academy, ladies. $500 donation to FDMG Academy, and you get a free lunch with Dr. Umar, restaurant of your choice in the state of Wilmington, Delaware. I said we got a new program called Lunch with Dr. Umar. Private lunch. Ladies, you got to donate $500 to the FDMG Academy, and I will take you to lunch, private lunch, any restaurant you want in the state of Delaware. It's called Lunch with the Doctor, and it costs you $500.
All right now.
You don't pay for the lunch. I pay for the lunch. Any restaurant in the state of Delaware. Oh, yes. Brothers, don't hate. We got to stop hating.
Okay.
Brothers, we got to stop hating. Don't hate my ninja.
All right now.
Because if I ask your wife if she want that luncheon, if I ask your wife if she want that luncheon, if I ask your baby mom do she want that luncheon with the doctor, we know what she gonna say, ninja. Don't test my intellectual gangster. If I roll up on your girlfriend, your live-in prisoner, you call her girlfriend. If I roll up on your live-in prisoner, your romantic prisoner, you call a girlfriend.
That's what he
who ain't
said.
there because she want to be, she there because she got to be. If I roll up on your romantic prisoner, my brother. If I roll up on your romantic prisoner, you call a girlfriend who's living with you because she got to, not because she want to. Do she want that lunch date with the doctor?
Do she want that lunch date with the doctor?
Do your wifey want that lunch date with the doctor? I think we all know the answer to that.
Man.
Me and you are not the same. I keep telling you that. Me and you, we not the same. You not 6'3", dark chestnut cocoa brown with the North Philly beard.
What?
You ain't Leo King, ninja. You ain't Pan-Africanist number one. Nobody flying you to every continent to hear what you got to say.
All right.
Only me. Don't make me take my t-shirt off and turn into King Kong right
What'd he say?
Don't make me beat my chest.
Oh my God.
Don't make me beat my chest. King Kong. Stop playing. Program coming out for the ladies is called Lunch with the Doctor.
So my thing is, I don't know where he got the money from. But the thing is, he got the money. He got the money, my brothers and sisters. So he got the money. So now the FDMG saga is over. Okay? The FDMG saga is over. Okay? So there's no more content for FDMG is over. Okay? The content is done. Okay? So we finish until something else come out of it. But I'm going to share something with you. My brothers and sisters, I want to share this with y'all, okay? I want to share this with y'all, okay? Y'all got to stop sending y'all money, okay? And not have any receipts. Y'all got to start asking questions. I don't care if they say they're going to put you in a book of Negroes. Y'all got to start asking questions. You can't just send your money and not know what's going on. I'm just letting you know. Because if anything happens later in the future, this same nonsense going to come up again. That y'all still don't know what he did with the money and all these things like this. Y'all got to stop letting people fool you. You know what the thing is? Melanated people, we have a big heart. We have the most cleanest heart on earth. I ain't lying to you. That's because you are the original. We forgive even when we have been done the most dirtiest. You understand? We forgive. And that's only because you are the original that you're like that. The thing is that y'all gotta stop letting people fool you like that. You gotta start asking questions on how, where, when, why. You gotta start asking questions. Forget about the book of Negroes. Do you hear me? Forget about the book of Negroes. Don't care about the book of Negroes. So what? Somebody gonna put you in a book of Negroes. Ask some questions when your money is being sent somewhere. But I wanted to share that with y'all because I got that. And I know other content creators are going to, they probably not even going to say it. They probably not even going to tell it. Because let me share something with you. A lie spreads faster than the truth. You understand? A lie spreads faster than the truth. You understand what I'm saying? I want to share that with y'all. And that's why Take Heed is not one of those content creators. If I'm wrong, I'm going to say I'm wrong. I don't have no reason to check and jive you. If I'm wrong, I'm going to say I'm wrong. And if I don't know what I said, you know what I'm saying? Like if I didn't get the right receipts for it, I'll come back and say, nope, that's not what happened. You know what I'm saying? This is what really happened. Like a content creator I was following, he said that the school grounds was contaminated. After I went and did a video and I said, oh, the school grounds is contaminated, I went and just did my own research. And now, mind you, I had already put the video out there. So now I done did my own research. I ain't find shishi. I ain't find nothing. Nothing was there. So all I found is that the school has asbestos, like every other school that is old has it. And the school has to go and clean out the ceiling and stuff like that. That's it. That's all I found. And I'm not saying asbestos is nothing and this and that. I'm not saying it like that. I'm saying that the schools, the states take time to go and clean out these schools while the children are not there. Just like our school system right now doing, they taking every school right now, and I think they're closing down 2 for September. And so they're dispersing the children into the other schools while they remodel these 2 schools, and then they'll put the kids back. Okay. And then they'll go to another 2 and then do it like that. I think they said it'll be about maybe a 3 or 4 year time before they get everything done. And our children will still be learning, but they'll be in different schools. Okay. Shout out to South Jersey. All right. So now this is the uncomfortable truth. So people been going around saying these is abandoned buildings. The buildings are horrified, this and that or whatever. Check this out. Google is your friend. Do you hear me? Google is your friend, because when I did the Google satellite search, okay, Google satellite search, when I did the Google satellite search, these pictures that I had saw on social media are not the same pictures that I saw of these buildings. And this was a Google satellite search. Okay. You know, they got the most up to date pictures. So the buildings are not like what other content creators said. No. Now the buildings do need work. He got to get in there and do some work. I ain't gonna get in there and lie to you. The building needs some work. But it was already a school. Okay? It was already a school. Now, let's get back into the foolery of today. Okay? Now, I saw Mr. He Said. Shout out to Mr. He Said for always having amazing content. Okay? Cerebro Saturday, y'all. Get in there and like and subscribe to that brother channel. And while you at it, tell him, take heed, sip, me baby. Okay? Now, let's get into the Jubilee, okay? Now, I want y'all to understand something, because I want us to be fair. The title of this foolery, we're going to say it one more time. Amanda Seales' Jubilee debate was a horror show. Let's be fair. I don't like Amanda Seales. Let's understand that first. I don't like the way she talks. Her as a person, you know, I'm not saying like, oh, you know, no, I'm saying that. The woman has a nasty attitude. She don't know how to talk to nobody. She just outright, you know, that pretty girl privilege that, you know, you just snap on people all the time. She's one of those. She has an arrogant attitude and everything. I don't like her. I'm just telling you right there from the door. I don't like her. But I'm going to share something with you. I'm going to share something with you. Okay? Sister girl has some good talking points. I'm sorry. I don't like her. I can't stand her. She nasty. She talk to people like they ain't shit. But the sister girl got some good talking points. I'm sorry. Okay, Ricky said, here's $5. I was going to send it to Umar, but hell to the nah. I'm tired of you, sir. I'm tired of you. Ricky, thank you, baby. I appreciate you for the $5 super chat. I was so mad with you the other day. Thank you so much, Ricky, for the $5 super chat, baby. Thank you so much. Okay? So now I want to share that with y'all. I don't care for her. She's very nasty. She irks my being, okay? She irks my being, but she says things that don't make sense sometimes, but then sometimes she land well. And I don't know how she got the FBA talking points in there. I don't know who she been watching, okay? But Amanda has always been for self, okay? She has always been for self. I've never seen her rise so hard for FBA before. I've never seen it. And I'm not listen, and I'm not giving FBA no problems myself. You understand? I'm not here to dog walk FBA, none of that stuff. Now, I am African American, okay? Born and raised. My bloodline is here. But I don't say I'm FBA. Okay? This is the uncomfortable truth. She had a lot of talking points. I don't know who she was watching. She has a lot of talking points about FBA, and her grandmother is not African American, okay? Her father might be African American, but the grandmother, her mother's side is not, okay? So anyway, The uncomfortable truth is that Sister Girl was in here. And this is the thing. We all grown in here, right? We all grown. Take Heed has a show. I got a show and I got like 20 something people that came to see me. Take Heed is not going to be shouting at people and screaming at them and talking about I'm leaving because I don't like the way you talking and this and that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I won't be doing that to people who came for us to have a debate. You won't see me screaming at these people like I'm their mother. You understand? And that's the stereotype that a lot of Black women is like linked to, because we don't know how to have a conversation when we don't like what the other person is saying. You know what I'm saying? When we don't like what the other person is saying, we get upset and then we're ready to fly off the handle and start arguing with everybody. They said that Amanda was a nightmare in that Jubilee. They said she was a nightmare. Okay? All those people who were waiting to debate her, they said she kept telling them, oh, I ain't gonna be taking this. I'm leaving this and that. Oh my goodness, I can't deal with this nonsense. And y'all know y'all saw the blow-ups though. I know if you watched the Jubilee, you saw the blow-ups that she was doing in there. And the people were just shaking their head because, you know, she did the whole diva thing. She the diva, this and that. Mind you, okay, Candace Owens did the Jubilee. Okay, didn't act crazy not one time. Okay, also check this out. What's his name? Pearson. Pearson did the Jubilee. Okay, hey Brittany. Pearson did the Jubilee and didn't act up one time. Hey Miss Chris, did the whole not. You know what I'm saying? He did the Jubilee, didn't act up one time. But it took Amanda Seales to go there and she acted a fool. I don't care what nobody say. She acted a fool. She could have got her points across just how she was doing. She did good when it came to certain acts, certain parts of the show. She did wonderful. She really tried. But then when the people were giving her some pushback, she began to start cursing at him. I'm going to share something with you. Take heed. Don't mind if you give me pushback. Long as you don't curse at me, long as you don't get indignant, long as we staying on, you know, we both dignified when we talking, we ain't got no problem. But when you start acting crazy and start snapping on me, then we have a problem. First of all, I don't care what color the person is. If you snap on somebody and get loud with them, the conversation is done. The conversation is done. We will not be able to have a conversation. You understand what I'm saying? So now this is the thing. I just didn't like the way she talked to the people. Because there's a way you can dog walk people and not curse them out. I watch Mrs. She Said do it all the time. I watch Mrs. She Said do it all the time. I have seen her on panels with women who I'm looking at the woman. And I already see the woman is a problem. But Mrs. She Said is there. She's calm. She's there. She says her piece. She closes it down. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Even if you got hurt in the process while she was talking, that's your business. That's not her business. She said her point. I like that. That's how women's supposed to be. I'm going to say my truth and I'm going to tell you the truth. And that's going to be it. But not when you screaming at people. This is the thing. This is why people never want to have a conversation with Black women, because some of us don't know how to behave. Take Heed is one of them too. I got to raise my hand. I'm one of them too. Okay. When I get upset and I don't like what somebody's saying, and I could be on a panel at the time, and my king will be watching me from upstairs. Maybe he watching on the TV or something like that. And he see I'm getting aggravated. He'll come downstairs. He'll look at me and he'll say, not today. Not today. And my whole atmosphere will change. Like my whole face will change because he regulates that tone for me. You know what I'm saying? Like when I see my husband, he regulates that tone for me. Okay? And as old as I am, he still has that on me. You know what I'm saying? But that was the part that I didn't like. But everything else, she did amazing. And mind you, I don't like her. But she did amazing. Okay? Some of the talking points was a little bit, I didn't like too much. But the one she slandered home, she was good. Okay? Like when she talked about the incarcerations, okay, of our melanated brothers. I was with her on that one. Okay? When she got in here and she talked about how many deaths in our community when it's compared to Caucasian people and stuff like that. I was with her. Okay. But my problem is in our community. Okay. This is my problem. We have to learn how to call a spade a spade. We have to learn how to call a spade, y'all. Okay? I'm not lying to y'all. That's the only problem. Okay? That's the only problem that I got in our community. Now, I want us to, we're going to go into a couple of videos and we're going to talk. Now, everybody in the chat, you have your own opinion. You're going to say how you feel. That's what you think. That's your prerogative. Take heed is not here to tell you, how to feel. I'm not here to tell you how to feel. I'm telling you what I didn't like, and I'm telling you what I liked. Okay? That's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you what I liked, and I'm telling you what I didn't like. And so however you feel, you say how you feel. Long as we remain respectful in the chat. You understand? Now, I'm going to also say this to you. Anybody who is in my chat right now, okay? This is grown folks conversation. You understand? So if you got your panties and your drawers in a bunch, please scroll up. If your panties and your drawers is in a bunch, baby, scroll up. This content ain't for you, okay? You want to tell me you want to unsubscribe to me, baby? Go ahead, baby. Baby, it is what it is, baby. Okay? All right? I'm not hurt about it. Now, let's get into the content. You hear me? Let's get into the foolery tonight. All right? Now, there's a lot of people who was talking about it. And we're going to run over to Media Streets TV. Now, why am I bringing this brother up first? Because he is always passionate when he talks. So I'm going to that brother first. And then we're going to go to Officer Tatum, okay? And then we're going to sprinkle in some Crimson Cure. But y'all had already saw her tonight, like I saw her. But we're going to sprinkle in a little bit of Crimson Cure. Shout out to Crimson Cure for always having amazing content. So Street Media is up right now. Here we go. Street Media is coming up first, okay? Here we go.
A moment of silence for Amanda Seales, y'all, because that debate, listen, 5 minutes into watching that debate, I was like, oh yeah, Jubilee, y'all picked the right one. Unfortunately, Amanda Seales was debating people who quite literally have no idea about Black history. No idea. The level of ignorance and racism spewing from the mouths of people that look like me was so disheartening and just like embarrassing. It was embarrassing too.
And it wasn't fair that Jubilee had picked what Jubilee picked. They did not pick African Americans to battle her, okay, in this debate. They picked people who, and even though Amanda Seales' mother is from, her grandmother is, listen, it's the diaspora. I think that's how we say it, right? The diaspora, right? But they had other people that was from the diaspora too. Now, Amanda Seales learned probably because her father is African American, so she understands what it is like. But the rest of them, their parents, a lot of them, their parents are from the diaspora and they were born here. So that wasn't fair of Jubilee either. They should have gotten African Americans, okay, FBAs in there to talk to her. That's what should have happened. But anyway, I digress. Let's get in here. Let's finish. Here we go.
Watch some of these people go up against Amanda. Like, are y'all okay? I feel like they chose a room, like the people in the room, those must have been all the people who voted for Trump. Because what I really want, though, is for us to stop debating race with Black people who are socialized to be white.
We're coming into a space and place where Black ignorance is at an all-time high.
Shout out to Street Media TV. Y'all go check out this brother content. His content is fire, baby. You hear me? Y'all go check out this brother content. And while you in here, tell him take heed, sip me, baby. Okay? Now I'm going to share something with you. With this video right here, I like Street Media TV. I like this brother. But I don't agree with everything he's saying. Okay? Also like Officer Tatum. I don't agree with everything Officer Tatum say either, but we still got to discuss it. So here we go. Shout out to Street Media TV. Here we go.
And this was predicted some years ago when we were really going hard on this B1 pro-Black Pan-Africanism, all kinds of things that you can name in the Black community, the American FBA Black American community, right? We was pushing real hard, pushing the line hard, teaching Black history, teaching our people to prepare them for what was coming down the line. Now, Dr. Claude Anderson, he warned us of this 30 years ago in 1995. He said that we will become a permanent underclass, and a lot of our people will be sellouts. They will be doing all kinds of things to run away from being Black, right? We talked about this. So now, online for years, I've taught. I brought how the federal government created ghettos, right? I did 3-hour lectures and live streams showing this kind of stuff, showing what redlining did, showing the effects of how it affects us still today by what insurance companies did.
Now I'm going to stop right here. Anybody who had already heard this, okay? Because I already see some people in the chat talking about, I know this already. If you heard it already, baby, it's okay to scroll up because I don't want y'all to mess it up for anybody else. So if you already heard it, it's okay to scroll up. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I don't want y'all to discourage anybody in the chat. Green Beans, I'm talking to you. Let's go back to the video. Here we go.
To us, right? By not having the proper insurance to acquire wealth through equity and home ownerships and insurance policies. We broke all that stuff down, right? I also broke down that so-called N-word culture is not Black culture. It's American culture. It's the American way, right? But somehow they tried to push, they tried to say anything associated with violence or anything toxic is Black culture. And these Black conservatives now go along with that thought process and that narrative. Well, Amanda Seales, she was in a debate with 20 conservatives, young conservatives, in this Jubilee situation. And I want to tell Black folks out there, because I know a lot of you guys are used to seeing me talk in this celebrity stuff, where a lot of you don't know me from my George Macon channel, my George Macon channel, my George Macon 2 channel. You don't know my content. I have a lot of content over there where I was bringing the smoke and teaching. And I'll put the links down in the description box where you can see a lot of stuff, the smoke that I brought and teaching this stuff. Big Mama was conservative. Nobody was more conservative than Big Mama. But she didn't run over there to them W folks seeking adoration and attention from them, using their talking points against your own community. That wasn't Black conservatism, not what you see now. But let's look at some of what Amanda Seales was going through when she was debating these young people that don't know anything about Black American history. Check it out.
First, I want to kind of get rid of this like right left ordeal. I really want to talk about just like our own personal views and what we've experienced, what we've seen. And when it comes to your claim about Black on Black crime, I really do believe, and I think a lot of people here do believe, especially based off of personal experiences and everything, that it is just lack of accountability. In the Black community, we need to start taking responsibility for our actions and stop pointing our fingers at other people and the white man. Because to be honest,
why can't both happen at the same time? Both are causes.
Because you got to clean your own house before you go complain.
Why?
Because if
you're dirtying my house, if you keep pouring shit into my house and I'm cleaning it, Why can't I do both? Why can't I clean my house and bar the windows from you shitting on my house?
Because it begins with responsibility within us. If we're like,
Yes.
okay, oh, the white person's doing this to me, the white person's not, we're not going to ever come to the core of the issue.
They are.
We need to take
and
responsibility.
it's not even just the white person, because now we have seen very many races, people of very many backgrounds that are actively participating in the effort to keep a working class down, like to harm us. You are actively allowing.
Who's killed more black people, the Klan or us?
I talk about this concept of who is harming us. We are really making a false claim when it comes to black on black crime, as if there isn't white on white crime. There's also this unnecessary effort to try and pathologize black on black crime in a way that you don't try to pathologize white on white crime. There are white people killing each other every single day. Now, they may be in jet skis in the pictures after they shoot up their whole family, but nonetheless, there are white people killing each other every single day. Now, much of the reason why you may see more numbers in terms of black on black crime are for two reasons. One, the statistics be lying all the time. We have seen this. We have seen this in a real way. So in New Jersey,
What numbers can be trusted? The previous speaker
I'm about to tell you right now.
Okay, so your sources.
You can't such number. No, I'm literally about to give you an example of numbers not being able to be trusted.
Okay, talk to me.
That's what I was doing.
I'm
So,
listening.
okay, then listen.
Oh.
In New Jersey,
Uh-huh.
they had a statistic that was created by the police department that said, look at how many black people are committing crimes. Look at how crazy this number is. These black people are so exorbitantly violent. Look at this. And then people went and actually matched the names that they were booking with the faces of the actual people incarcerated. And it was proven that they were lying.
So that's one. So that's one instance.
That's
Hold on,
one
no, you're
example.
talking to somebody that works as a police dispatcher when I'm not making content. So here's the thing.
Now, the one thing that these conservatives like to run to is the black
Okay.
on black crime talk, right? And I want people to understand something, right? Most of the, when you listen to these black conservative talk, it's not coming from an educated understanding of the system basis. It's coming from the position of trauma, of the things they went through being black, the so-called black experience in the black community formulates their idea and their opinions. They don't understand how redlining really affected the black community, and there's never been any recompense from it. They don't understand how our image has been tarnished through the media, and there's never been enforcement of our civil rights. They don't understand any of that. They don't understand our long and mighty walk. Now, they tote the line with those W conservatives in order to be accepted, right? Now, things that they say about us, they would never go over to the Jewish community and say those things because they know that there will be a severe punishment. And these are things that happen to us here in this country. They don't talk about the eminent domain and how we lost land that we'd have been able to acquire wealth from, right? How much is that land worth today that was actually taken from us? How they ran highways and byways through our communities. It's so many different things. The way so many cold cases and unsolved unalivings that happened to us from 1875 all the way up into 1970. There's so many things that we can talk about that we've been so brainwashed and so used to beating up on each other. Oh, that was a long time ago. Let it go. You Negroes complain too much because we're traumatized by the things that we do to each other in the system of capitalism, not realizing that we are behaving the way we were designed to behave for other people's financial gain and profit. I've been telling you guys this for years, right? But Tariq Nasheed, he got wind of the situation with Amanda Seals, right? Seals hasn't always been looked at as an ally to the black community with some of her rants and tirades and things that she's done, right? So we're cheering her because she's using a lot of FBA talking points, but we're also looking at the side eye because we're not sure who sent you, right? Are you with us or was you sent?
He
the man,
said, "Who
right?
sent you?"
So Tariq Nasheed, he heard that got wind of this and he said this.
Amanda Seal that's been circulating.
So I'm gonna stop right here because I want to share this with y'all. FBA talking points, okay, are the highlight of social media now, okay? So I want y'all to understand that part. Talking points of FBA is the highlight of social media right now. And so for you to get cool or believe you're cool with FBA, you have to have the talking points. But that's not saying that they will accept you because you're talking their talking points, okay? Because once Tariq Nasheed get involved, he's gonna be like, nah, this is some foolery right here. But anyway, I digress. Let's get into what Tariq gonna respond with the Amanda Seals, okay? With Amanda Seals foolery. Here we go.
Amanda Seals, she was on some YouTube channel. I forgot the name of the channel. But she
Jubilee.
was debating a bunch of conservatives. She debated a bunch of conservatives, several black conservatives, and many people are talking about the debate. And many people were pointing out that a lot of her talking points sounds like it comes from the foundation of Black American grassroots. She was and her and Amanda Seals, she's part Caribbean, from what I know that her family's from Grenada.
From her
I think
mother's side.
is, and I think she said her dad is from Philly, so her dad might be FBA. I don't know. That's what I think. But we know that she was really repping Grenada heavy. She was repping that Caribbean lineage for a long time. And in fact, for many years, she low-key has been kind of denigrating our lineage and denigrating the idea of delineation. She said a lot of problematic things in the past. You know, I've had some issues with her. She's had issues with me, a lot of stuff going on. But a lot of people are now pointing out that when she's debating these black conservatives, and many of them, these black conservatives, some of them were non-FBAs. There was one guy who was like an Angolan. His family was from Angola. They've been, it was just tether shit. They were doing what we call them out for doing. These non-FBAs come over here and they get these white supremacist talking points under the banner of being right wing, but it's really white supremacy. So they come over and have these anti-FBA talking points. And they try to denigrate our lineage. So she low-key kind of checked them on that. She low-key kind of checked them on denigrating Black Americans and this lineage. And it's going viral. So a lot of people are trying to see if she's coming from a genuine place or is she acting like an opportunist because the Foundation of Black American Renaissance movement is so popular right now. This is what's hot right now. This is the wave right now. So many people are talking about delineation and talking about the foundation of Black American identity of our lineage. A lot of people are getting on it, that's good, but is it genuine? So I think that's the question that a lot of people have. Was that debate performance, was it echo or was it an evolution? You know, it was championing reparations to a certain degree from what I understand. I haven't seen the whole thing. I think it highlighted Black American exceptionalism. And again, a lot of the talking points seems like she's been secretly listening to the foundation of Black American grassroots.
That's what I said, yep.
And is this genuine or is it clout? Is it a performance or is it a pivot? You know, a lot of people, they want to know because let's be real, Amanda has had some problematic views in the past. She's kind of said some little slick stuff. She said stuff about us getting, Black Americans need to stop getting Jordans and get passports, and little slick stuff like that.
Is a lot.
Just a lot of problematic behavior. And a lot of people are asking and they're trying to figure out, is this could this be a Democrat co-op playbook? Because, you know, there's a historic precedent for these political parties, like the Democrats
to get somebody in there.
They'll get their operatives and place them into grassroots movements so they can absorb the lingo and then they sway the narrative and then redirect the momentum.
That makes sense.
There was an African tether, right, from Angola. And, you know, his parents, he wasn't born here, nor was his parents. And he was raised in Maine. And the thing is this, right, through U.S. policy and things, they allow certain immigrants to come here to certain places because historically they dilapidated and wiped out your countries for the resources, right? Or other countries wiped it out while American government was in cahoots with those countries to extract resources. So through U.S. policies, they let certain groups come here to America because it makes them look good on the world stage, right? They let these groups come here, but when they come here, they Americanize you into their system and their talking points. Now, this is a Black person that knows what goes on in his country. But he comes here and he undermines Black folks, say he never experienced racism. He doesn't believe redlining exists. Now, I had a conversation with another brother from Benin that said these same things. He didn't believe that Black folks invented nothing. Like, he just looked at us as if we were just invisible, right?
Now, I want to share something with you. What this brother is saying right here, I'm married to a Nigerian, so I know what he's saying, okay? I know what he's saying right now. I'm married to a Nigerian. And so it's hard for me to talk to my husband with certain things. Sometimes I have to sit down and we have to have like a long conversation of certain things because my walk and his walk is too different. You understand? So my husband may not see what I see. You understand? When we get into communication with someone from a different race, he may not see what I see. So he's right about that. Africans that, you know, when you have Africans that come over and they look at us a different way. Now, I'm not going to sit up here and tell you no lies. Do you understand? He don't want to be getting in here telling you no lies. But when we do meet Africans and they, you know what I'm saying, they don't understand the stuff that we actually been through. You have to actually sit them down and show them, teach them so they understand. Because me and my king, we've been married 18 years. And so we have had a lot of discussions. So my husband understands the stuff that our ancestors have been through. So it's a different kind of beast when you're dealing with Africans, because they don't understand what African Americans have been through. Do you understand? So yes, you're going to get a lot of them like that because they don't understand. But the thing is, because of our ancestors and how the fight that they did on this soil made it possible for all these other races to come here. Everyone who looks like us. It made it possible for all these other people from different countries to come here because of our ancestors. So this is all, I think a lot of things that, how can I say this? Black America is just saying, don't shit on us. Because if it wasn't for us, you wouldn't be here. If it wasn't for our ancestors marching and fighting, you wouldn't be here. So that's the thing that I always talk to my king about. Well, we used to in the beginning of our marriage. So that's the uncomfortable truth that nobody wants to sit down and understand. If it wasn't for our ancestors, none of y'all would be here. Okay? If it wasn't for our ancestors giving the fight of their life, you know what I'm saying? Getting out here, thumping it out with the powers that be, none of y'all would be here. That's every nationality. You understand? All of y'all from different communities. You wouldn't be here if it wasn't for our ancestors fighting a good fight. Let's understand that. A lot of these laws that were in play was for us. And so y'all got the benefits of getting them. Okay, so this is the uncomfortable truth. And then I'm going to share something with you. Being married to a Nigerian for 18 years and having children and stuff like that, it takes a lot for you to understand, for him to understand my culture and for me to understand his culture. But I will say this, you can coexist. You can. I don't think we should alienate anybody. That's how I feel. Okay? That's just me. All right? Now let's get back. Let's get back. Shout out to Street Media TV. Here we go.
Everything we got from the W man. And by the way that this young boy is talking, and the way that he's interacting with Amanda, when she's very smug, there's a lot of immigrants that think this way. And this is why we have to get some correcting. Now, this all immigrants know, but there's a very large portion of immigrants that come to America, right, from their war-torn, poor countries, dilapidated, and they come here and they treated nicely by some white folks, or the W man let them get some white cooch, right? And they lose their mind and they totally thumb their nose up and frown at black folks, not realizing that the very reason that you can get that W cooch is because of my people, because what we fought for. You can't even sniff that W cooch if it wasn't for my people, right? They don't understand this. They don't know the blood that was shed here on this soil.
No,
they don't know
they don't.
about the Devil's Punch Bowl. They don't know about the Elaine Massacre. They don't know about Rosewood. They don't know about 1919, the bloody summer. They don't know nothing about. I mean, so I can go on and on and on and on and on, right? All of our patents and things that was taken from us. They don't know anything about that. But at the end of the day, they still black. And at some point, if you had a soul or a heart, you can see that there's something wrong. But you take the side, right, of those people, and you look down at people that look like you, right? This is what this young boy was doing the same. Check it out.
I disagree that reparations are necessary. I think the most important thing that's necessary right now for the black community would be the stopping of violence, especially black on black violence. I don't see how reparations are going to solve anything. You can give everyone here like a $50,000 check, especially people that are in the streets who are committing violent crimes consistently. A $50,000 check is not going to fix anything. It's not going to increase the median household income in the next 10 years by 10% to 20%. For example, we have the Chinese Exclusion Act of 1882. We prevented Chinese people from getting citizenship and even entering the country. We discriminated against them and basically put them under apartheid, even the Union.
So I'm going to stop right here because the young man is, I'm going to share something with you. Take Heed does not agree about that we shouldn't get reparations. I don't agree with that part. I believe we should get reparations, but there should be some stipulations on the reparations, on how you spend it. Okay? That's just me. That's just me. I'm not saying we shouldn't get it, but there should be some stipulations Okay? There should be some stipulations on what we're going to use it for. You understand? So the young man is in here because he is from the diaspora. So he don't really understand. And Amanda gonna come back. She got some comeback, okay? Now, green beans, I told you you don't have to stay. Did I not say that? I said you don't have to stay. I said that, right? Okay? I said you don't have to stay. You know you don't have to stay, right? Let's continue. Here we go.
Yet they have the highest median household income. How is that possible? How come they don't complain and feel entitled consistently to beg for reparations and beg for this when they are killing each other 90% of the time, which is the rate that black people kill each other according to the FBI?
Oh, young man.
Yet white people are the oppressors.
I'm not sure where your education came from, but they lied to you.
Stats don't lie, though.
Statistics lie all the time. So let's start there, particularly when the statistics are coming from the sources that gain from the statistics being shown a different way. So if you're going to start your argument on stats don't lie, you've already lost the argument. They lie all the time. One, comparing Chinese people who are immigrants that made a choice to come to the United States and comparing the continued effort of black people to ground themselves in a nation that continues to make impediments for them to show and live and exist in their true citizenship is a false equivalency.
I don't believe that happens at all. But no one here is in.
Are you acting right now? Do you really believe
I'm telling
this?
the truth. There's no systemic racism that I've experienced here in America. What system is racist? I think the only racism we've actually seen recently, systemic racism that we've seen, is the application of systemic racism against white people. The University of Western Washington, for example, has been trying to segregate dormitories using black-only dormitories because black people feel safer amongst each other. But they're more likely to kill each other than white people are ever to kill them. That's just the truth. You have King Von rapping about killing other black men. Why should I think that the white man is the oppressor when black men are more likely to kill me?
Oh my God, this is scary. You need to think about me as your mama. Do not talk to me in that fashion. So let's check that now. Okay? So
that's the part I didn't like either. When she told the young man, you have to think of me as your mama. I'm not going to take that type of talk. You know what I'm saying? And the young man is grown. We shouldn't be doing all that. And this was a show that they were trying to do. And the young man does have some valid points when it comes to a lot of our children in the melanated community. He's right. Okay? A lot of y'all, like I told y'all, the two front rows of our community are monsters. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all this already. We always talk about that. The first two rows of our community are monsters. They do the most stupidest shit, and we all get sucked in with them. Do you understand? We all get sucked in it with them. All these talking points of black men ain't shit, black men ain't gonna never be shit, black men never was shit, black men don't take care of their kids, black men are drug dealers, black men all they do is stay in prison. See that right there? See that right there? Okay? Black women, they hate their kids, and black women ain't shit. Black women ain't gonna never be shit. Black women don't want to work. Black women don't want to take care of their kids. Black women, just hoes and 304s and this and that. So this is the thing. I told y'all the first two rows of our community is a problem for us. And because we don't check them on their shit, that's our problem. We don't check them on their shit. When they do stupid shit, we never check them. We just let them continue. This is why our community is the way it is. This is why our community is the way it is, because we don't know how to check the two front rows. And when we do, somebody will come out here with some foolishness and say, judge ye not, then ye shall not be judged. And who is without sin, cast the first stone. They'll come out with that Baptist old Negro spiritual. And I get so tired of hearing that nonsense. Y'all take that part of the Bible and you move it and take it out of context. No. I seen Mr. Jimmy up the street sleeping with Sister Sally. Sister Sally is married. I'm not cheating on my husband. I'm not cheating on my wife. So if I see them doing nonsense, I'm going to say, listen, you ain't supposed to be doing that. That's what we supposed to do. That's what we supposed to do. The problem is that we see the shit, and then Sunday, Pastor come up there. Pastor, you done seen Pastor creep out of 3 of the sisters' houses last week. Now, when Pastor get up there on Sunday, he talking about judge ye not, and ye shall not be judged, and who is without sin, cast the first stone, and you know Pastor ain't right. You know pastor ain't right. But yet you don't say nothing to pastor. You don't say nothing. This is the days of old when we talked against, when we pushed against foolery is gone. This is why Shamika could have 7 baby daddies. This is why Tyrone could have 7 baby mamas and don't nobody say nothing. The shame lady is in the house right now. Shout out to Mrs. She said, we don't know how to talk and tell our own you effing up. We don't know how to tell them they effing up. Don't get me wrong. The other communities got this same bull crap going on in their communities too. They got Pukisha and Rakeisha. I tell y'all this all the time. They got the same foolery we got going on. But this is the kicker, y'all. This is the kicker, boys and girls. They put those mother MFers in the back. They put them in the back. The melanated community, we leave them in the front so everybody can believe we all crazy. So everybody can believe we all toxic. So everybody can believe that we not good mothers and good fathers and stuff like that because we leave these idiots in the front. We leave them in the front. When the Latino community got the Pookie and Rere, you know what they tell them? Get your asses in the back. They tell them get in the back. When the Caucasian community got the same foolery going on, they tell them, nah, Johnny, get your, in the back. Get your keister in the back. They tell them to get in the back. We don't have time for y'all. You're not going to mess up our community. But when it comes to the melanated community, damn it, we leave these people in the front. So everybody thinks something wrong with the whole melanated community. Everybody will believe that something wrong with us, the way we do things. Do you know there are a lot of melanated women that take care of their children? Do you know there are a lot of melanated women who uplift their children and speak life into their names? Do you know there are a lot of melanated women who follow the leader? They're married. They follow their husband. Do you know there are a lot of melanated women who work and maintain a household with her husband? Do you know there are a lot of melanated men who go to work every day, take care of their family, instill pride into their home? Do you know there are a lot of melanated men who speak life over their children's name, who pray over their children each and every day, who they take vacations, they love their family, they make sure their family have? There are a lot of melanated families like that. But can't nobody see it with these bastards in the front? Can't nobody see us? Can't nobody see us with these bastards sitting in the front? They out here doing street pharmacy products. They out here stealing. They out here doing nonsense. Pukisha, Rakeisha, Pookie and Rere all out here doing nonsense. So it makes us all look the same. Let's understand we have some problems in our community. Let's understand that. We have to wake up to understand that we have some issues going on. It's not just people turning around talking about, oh, no, they want to lie on the black community. No, there's a lot of black people that we see the problem. We know something is wrong. Don't get me wrong. We have been through some shit. Our ancestors have been through some shit. I don't want to take anything away from that. But I want you to understand, too, that change starts in your home. Change starts in your home. Ain't nobody coming to save you. Ain't nobody coming to save your ass. Change starts at home. You want to instill positivity in those kids? Learn how to talk to them. Learn how to talk to them. When you say something wrong, learn how to be able to apologize. Talk to your kids. The other day, I had to get up here and apologize to our son. I said, baby, you know what? You were saying something to me and I didn't hear you. And I ain't mean to snap like that. I apologize. What did you say? I didn't understand what you said. I wasn't even paying attention, baby. Please tell me, what did you say? He said, Mama, okay, this is what I said. You understand? We have to learn how to talk to our children. Even take heed, mess up sometimes. But remember, you are training the next generation. Anyway, let's get back to it. Here we go.
At the basic level, we have to understand that systemic racism is grounded in the realities that Black people have not been considered an equal human being in this country since its onset. So there's simply no way to make the argument that there isn't systemic racism when we have seen in very clear ways the system operate in an organically racist way. Do not cut me off. When we talk about systemic racism, we can start with even the fact that redlining, which was implemented to discriminate Black communities. Are you shaking your head that redlining doesn't exist?
No, I'm saying I don't think it really existed at all. I mean, no, I don't think so at all.
So it does exist. And stating that it doesn't exist doesn't make it no longer exist. Redlining absolutely exists. It is not something that's being made up. It's an empirical fact. And there are realities that exist because of redlining. We know that school systems are related to the way that property taxes are affecting the school systems. If a school system is not getting the same property value as the property taxes allow it, then it's not going to have the same efficacy at allowing for students to be able to get what they deserve.
Now, at some point, it got so far to the point where Amanda Sells said, wait a minute. Where are you from? Where's your people from?
She had to ask them.
She started using FBA talking.
She had to ask them.
Because she's a daughter of an immigrant as well. Her mother's an immigrant, her father's FBA, right? And she said, wait a minute, you're not even from here, right? So now when I come to talk to you, I come to talk to you to get your understanding and your experience as living in America. And she said, I'm here to listen, but not to undermine or allow you to undermine the Black Americans' experience here when you are a guest here. You immigrated here, right? You are a guest here. So this is what she did.
I remember you said, where am I from? What do you mean by that? Like, what state am I from? Where was I born?
Where do you live right now?
I live in Florida. I was born in Angola, though. I was born in sub-Saharan Africa. Okay?
Are your parents Black American?
Yeah, my mom is Black. My father is Black.
No, I'm asking, were they born in the United States?
No, because I wasn't born there.
Oh, so you guys are all from Angola?
Yes.
Nothing. You're not even American. You're not even a Black American. As the daughter of an immigrant, it is imperative that Black people from other places understand the disparate difference that they exist from Black people in the United States. It is not the same, period. And ultimately, the best effort that...
Now that part right there, she right. That part right there, she right. Give me 1 minute, y'all. I gotta go turn on all the lights. Give me 1 minute, okay? Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all listen to the rest. Here we go.
We can do as a diaspora is to lead in understanding, not in judgment. So when I am talking to somebody from Sudan, from the Congo, from Angola, I am listening to understand their experience, not to undermine it. And I refuse to allow anybody from Grenada, from Angola, from any other place to come and try to undermine the experience of Black Americans.
So now I've done videos teaching this, showing how Joe Biden, the controlled substance czar, wrote up bills with Strom Thurmond, a well-known W supremacist, and he went on to become the president of the United States of America. Yes, Joe Biden, who was best friends and did the eulogy of a well-known white supremacist. Now, that's not a direct violation of Black civil rights in this country, because see, this is what that young African boy don't know. How would I know if he said W folks is being discriminated against? First of all, my skin has always been my sin in this country. There's no way of me knowing if I go to a W employer, right, if I go into an establishment, that these people are being racist against me or they have a preconceived notion. There's no way of me knowing it. I just have to have faith and trust that they're not going to be that way. There's nothing on the books that's enforced that's going to protect what happened to me, because they turned it into POC, people of color. Well, people of color wasn't here getting their heads stomped in, dogs sicked on them, and all kinds of things that was going through, that my people was going through in this country. POC wasn't here. Those were foundational Black Americans here happening on this soil, right? So we did Joe Biden, the drug czar. I also did, like I said, N-word culture is not Black culture. We were the moral standard in this country, right? The first drug dealers in this country was W folks. They make movies about it.
Now, what street media is saying, okay, were Black people the moral standard in this country? Were we the moral standard in this country? We married at about 98%. Okay. This is no shade to my Caucasian followers, but Caucasian women didn't even know how to take care of their own children. We taught them. We taught them. Our ancestors taught them. That's the uncomfortable truth. They didn't know how to take care of those children. Our ancestors taught them. They didn't know how to eat from the earth and have the earth heal their body. They did not know. Our ancestors taught them. This is the uncomfortable truth. But now the tables have flipped. And we look like the ones that don't know nothing. Some of us don't even know how to treat our children. You don't know how to talk to them. You don't know how to raise them. You don't know how to chastise them. You don't know how to be a mother or a father. And that's the two front rows of our community. Y'all too. The two front rows. Y'all monsters. Y'all mess it up for all of us. Make it all look crazy. Anyway, back to it. Let's get back to it. Now, street media right here, shout out to you, my brother. Here we go right here.
So, during Prohibition and all those things, they sold booze, right? They sold heroin and cocaine and did drive-bys, the same Valentine's Day Massacre, and all these things in these concrete jungles before the Levins family built Levittown, the first suburbs, right? They did all that in this country. They was the first ones establishing these things. But again, if you're ignorant and you don't know history, right, and you place people in the projects, the projects, right, with limited resources, right, you understand that there's going to be crime because W folks was there first and they understood in the experiment what would happen. So they said, well, there's too many residuals in black folks, so take the W folks out there, place the black folks there, give them limited resources, and we'll create a whole economy off of black dysfunction. And this is why you have what you have today. It was created over time. And this is why I did how the federal government created ghettos 6 years ago. And then Tim Wise come right behind and also do it how the federal government created ghettos long after I did it. Right? I then was talking about this stuff online, but it was going on deaf ears. Now we have an FBA movement, I can reestablish and reinvite you guys back to the things that we was teaching. So now see all these channels now with 1,000 people in the room, I champion it. Because when we were doing it 6-7 years ago, we didn't have the attention of the people. I had to go into the celebrity jump just to get the attention to get 47,000 subs, right? And put the message of Genie in the bottle. Now you guys can just hit live and you guys show up. And I'm glad. No hate here, I'm glad. But I want you guys to understand, we've been doing this. We've been the vanguards on the front line trying to warn you guys against the people like this, because black conservatism, right? Black conservatism was understanding who you are as a culture and as a people, right? And loving your people, right? Working with your people, more of the people, less government intervention. We already knew that because we didn't have the government to help us anyway, for the most part. We understood what we went through when they pulled the troops out of the South, when they betrayed us and allowed the Ku Klux Klan and all these different groups to form. We already know what we've been through as a people. We already knew that we didn't have government support or when state law was enacting their racism, the federal law wasn't going to force certain things, but they would only do it but for so long or so far. We already knew this stuff. But then you have these black conservatives come on here with no idea of history. They are enemies to black people. I'm telling you now. They are diametrically opposed to our growth and development, and they are not our allies. They are not our friends. And we better separate from all of them. All of them. They are dangerous. That African boy right there, he's dangerous. And we need to mash on the gas on these type of people, man. That's what we need to do. I got a live stream coming on this because I need to further this conversation to really get back to re-educate my people in the right way and using proper strategies, because I've been listening.
And I have to stop him right there because I'm going to share something with you. Everything that street media has said, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I agree with everything. But what this brother is spitting out, he is telling the truth. There's a lot of things that has happened in the melanated community, and there was a lot of traps that was set for the melanated community. And actually, I want to share something with you, my brothers and sisters. You were actually meant not to survive all these things that happened. Okay? You was actually meant you were meant to not survive all these things. All these things were in play for a reason. Okay? They were in play for a reason. You were meant not to survive this thing. But yet you did. Yet you're still here. You understand what I'm saying? And I know it's hard when I say to you that, oh, we got to get past certain things. And I know it's hard, but I'm going to share something with you. When your parents, let's understand this. I want to break this down to you. When your parents didn't do right by you, right? Okay. Now you get offspring. Okay. Now you get offspring. So because my parents didn't do right by me, then that mean I don't do right by my kids. We have to break that chain. That's some stupid shit chain that they got going on here. We have to break that chain. My parents didn't do right by me. So that means I got to do right by my kids. That's how you break those chains. That's how you break those chains. If your daddy didn't raise you, okay, you don't turn around and not raise your kids. You raise your kids. That's how you break that chain. If your mama didn't raise you, don't you turn around and abandon your kids. You raise your kids. That's how you break that chain. We have to learn how to break these chains. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm not saying that, oh, you got to get over all this. We got to get past this. Let me share something with you. I could never tell you that racism doesn't exist. I'll be lying if I tell you that. I'll be lying if I tell you that I have experienced it live and direct, honey. I'll be telling you a lie if I say it doesn't exist. But I want to share something with you, though. Stop letting it stop you. Stop letting it stop your growth. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm not going to tell you racism doesn't exist. I can't tell you that. I'll be lying. But what I am going to tell you is stop letting it stunt your growth. Stop letting it, whatever you had been through growing up, that doesn't mean you leave it on your kids. That doesn't mean you don't do right by your children. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? You have to learn how to do better. You have to learn how to do better. You have to take care of those children. They are your responsibility. They didn't ask to come here. No matter what you're going through, daddy, no matter what you're going through, mama, these kids were not asked to be brought here. You have to take care of those kids. You have to give them a different mindset from you. I'm going to share something with y'all, family. All these beautiful colors of the rainbow that we have here in America, all these different colors, they will never understand the pain and sorrow that our ancestors went through. They will never understand it. No matter how hard or how long you teach somebody, they'll never understand that. Only thing you can do is keep your head up and keep moving and educate your family. They said, okay, the government is trying to stop teaching Black history. Then you turn around and teach your kids Black history. There's nothing against you teaching your children about their history. And if you don't know, get in there and learn. They got YouTubian schools in here. YouTubian streams in here. They got channels that teach you about Black history. You want to learn, right? Go to the library. You want to learn something. Take these kids to the museum. You want to learn something. You have to be the change in your own home. Y'all looking for somebody to come in and save you. Nobody's coming to save you, baby. Nobody's coming. So shout out to Street Media TV. It was amazing content. I love it. Now we're going to get in here and we're going to talk about Officer Tatum, okay? Now I know a lot of y'all don't agree with his talking points. You understand? But we got to get both sides in here. We got to be fair. We got to get both sides in here.
We don't get to the root of the fact that we're killing each other at a higher rate than any other race. It is self-hatred amongst us. I believe that we can do that. That my mom's cousin, coming from the church parking lot, and guess who stuck her up and robbed her at gunpoint? A black man.
I'm not debating. And the irony about this was that it's not that I didn't know how to debate, it's that I just chose not to debate. And I was dealing with people who are deeply affected by indoctrination and by self-hatred.
I thought they were going to culinary art school the way they were cooking Amanda Seals on that Jubilee show. This video is brought to you by TatumStore.com. TatumStore.com, so make sure you check out our store. Put capital with an AL, capital 20 to get 20% off. Get you one of these shirts today. Support what we're doing at the Capitol building. When I say support, meaning wear your support. And so you can show these leftists that it is appropriate and it's reasonable for us to protect the Capitol and make it safe again. So get you one of these shirts today, 20% off. And also we have a whole bunch of other bundles that we're doing. So go on and visit TatumStore.com. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode. Amanda Seals got cooked. Okay, we all saw that. At first I thought it was a cooking show. I thought they were going to culinary art school the way they were cooking Amanda Seals on that Jubilee show. And of course, I'm not just saying this because I don't like Amanda Seals, which is true. I really don't like the way she presents herself. I don't like her arguments. I don't like Amanda Seals. I don't like Amanda Seals. I want y'all to know that. But I want to be fair and say she did good on some talking points. So I don't like her because she nasty, but she did good on some talking points. So I want us to be clear about that part right here. Shout out to Officer Tatum. Here we go. As a person, but she seems insufferable. However, she did get cooked. Her audience is acting as if she did a good job. Now she responded to the cooking session. And I'll play that clip here in a minute, but I didn't have a chance to play everybody that cooked her. Mm-hmm. And I think that there were so many people that had such an incredible take on conservative values in comparison to the liberal nut job, which Amanda Seals really is. So I want to play two clips. They're not going to be long. I want to play two clips of a young lady and another young man that literally cooked her even more. And then I want to play her response to it. And then I want to show you guys the responses from two of the individuals who actually went on the show and given their reaction to who she really was in person behind the scenes. So I think you guys are going to be entertained by all of this. But let's first start with the clip of the young lady who did a little bit of cooking.
So I think I'm coming from a place, and I guess my issue is having had my biological father murdered by a black man, having had my cousin shot in the head by a black man. We can talk numbers and statistics and what the people are doing, what the white man is doing and all that. But at the end of the day, I see when my family lives on the south side of Chicago, and I think you and I both can attest to this, and I'm not saying that there are not other factors, but we know that we kill each other at a disproportionate rate than any other race. Now, why we do that and why 6,000 to 9,000 black men are going to be homicided or killed or whatever by the end of the year annually by other black men, whereas the likelihood of a black man being killed by a white police officer is less than 150 per year, we know that we kill each other at a higher rate. So I'm not debating that there are not factors at play, but because I've lived the experience as a black woman losing my father to be murdered by a black man, walking down the street, by the way. No worries, thank you. But walking down the street in inner cities and different things, knowing that it's more likely that my own brother will rob and rape me than a white man or a white officer, we got to be real.
What's your proximity to white men in the south side of Chicago? Are there even white men around to rob and rape you at the same rate that there are black men?
There are white men around at the same rate. There wasn't a lot of black people in there, but then that doesn't justify the fact that we're destroying each other. So even if we can
we can agree on that.
Okay, because I feel like a lot of
justifies. I'm not a liberal. I'm not a liberal.
Okay, well I will say that people that sometimes have your stance that are against conservatives, maybe they have this claim that they're making it up, they're making up the numbers. We know that we do that to each other. So I want to get to the root of the issue. Why are we killing each other? I think the root of the issue is we've lost our values and we've lost our resilience as black people. We sit there and we talk about what the white man did, and we talk about slavery and everything like that, but we have no self-accountability and say, you know what, at the end of the day, that is my black grandmother, that is my black sister, you are my black sister, and you know that a black man is more likely to rob you or commit some type of crime against you, and that's what we need to get down to the issue of. And like you were talking about earlier, like, hey, well, what's going on? You know, what do you think the answer is to one of the brothers that were speaking? I think it's the breakdown of the family. I think, like he said, because of our poor choices, and what happens is we look at the...
Now, this is the thing I agree with this young sister saying this, the breakdown of our family structure. Okay, once you took the key component out of the home, this began the breakdown of the family structure in the melanated community. You took the key component, but y'all be screaming, I hate black men, I hate men, I hate this, I hate that. But that's the key component that had our community to survive. They took away the key component. And that is the melanated brother. They took that away from you. Not even, you kind of like handed them up. Like, you know how you serve, like, you know, you serving someone, you handed it to somebody else. That's kind of like what y'all did. Thanks to our great-great-grandmothers and mothers did that foolery. But that's what you did, and that's what started the cycle of the foolery in the melanated community. Because let me share something with you. Y'all took a few bad stories that we heard back in the day about how your grandmother or your great-grandmother was mistreated by your grandfather and your great-grandfather. And the thing is that your grandfather and your great-grandfather was just the type of man that he didn't want to tell the whole story that your grandma was doing foolery. See, he tried to hide it, but then when the bulls came, he couldn't no longer hide it. Okay? I want y'all to look at some of the aunties and uncles that's in your family, and none of them look alike. None of them look alike. When you look at the old pictures of your great-grandfather and grandmother, they don't look alike. You look at the pictures. There's a reason why your grandfather used to come home angry all the time. There's a reason why he only favored some of the children. There's a reason. People don't like to talk about that. But they'll always say, oh, black men did this back in the day and black men did that back in the day. And the thing is that he was the key component of the foundation. Once you take away the key component from the foundation, what happens? The foundation crumbles. Right now, the black community is on a foundation that it is crumbling. It is crumbling. It's been crumbling. It's falling apart. This is the uncomfortable truth. So what this young lady had said right here, that part, that I just wanted us to stretch that part a little bit. Here we go. Here we go.
Domestic violence, for example, when domestic violence, women or men are even attacked, what is the first thing we say? It's like, you know what? It's not your what? It's not your fault. So that's what we do. We hold on to this narrative that, well, it's not our fault. The issues in our community are not our fault. When the white man needs to give us something, the old white lady down the street is looking at me and I don't know why she got braids in her hair. And we focus on all these other stupid things that don't matter. We don't get to the root of the fact that we're killing each other at a higher rate than any other race. It is self-hatred amongst us. I believe that we can do that. That we, my mom's cousin, coming from the church parking lot, and guess who stuck her up and robbed her at gunpoint? A black man.
I need you to get to the
like. My point is that no, and I'm not trying to be funny. Unless, like you said, we're gonna keep.
And that's not fair how she was doing them like that. Oh, I need you to get to the point. Mind you, there's a timer right there that tells them when, you know what I'm saying, when the person stopped. So it's not that, oh, the lady is dancing around. She's trying to use the time she had. So that was the part I didn't like, how Amanda was cutting these people off. And she didn't like when they was cutting her off. Mind you, she cut them off first. And then she'll get mad if they jump into the conversation. So that's why her manners wasn't good. She ain't had no manners. These was grown people. You don't talk to grown people like that. That was terrible. I don't care if she's older than all the people that was in there. I don't think she's old. No, she was older than some of the people, not all of them. But she just was indignant. So I didn't like that part. But anyway, she could have dog walked them and still had some class with it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's continue. Here we go.
Yeah, but you're monopolizing the whole conversation.
I'm gonna let you speak, but let's not.
I thought she had a lot of incredible things to say, and I think she make a valid point.
The young lady is wise.
Why don't we take accountability and say, no, it's our responsibility for our communities to be better. It's our responsibility to reinvest in our communities. Mm-hmm. It's our responsibility that we're teaching our young people to hate each other. We don't have to kill each other at the rate in which other people are.
We don't.
Because white people kill each other at about 80%, and we kill each other like 98%.
Now let's understand something. The stats that Officer Tatum is saying, I don't know if they true or not. So I'm not gonna get in here and be like, yeah, that's right. I don't know. And I like Officer Tatum too. I don't, some of his stuff I can't rock with, but I do like him. So I want to give him a little grace. I don't know if the numbers is real or not. Okay, y'all, let's understand that part. Let's continue. Here we go.
Kill more white people twice as much as white people kill black people in this modern era. So why is that? Let's take accountability. Let's take some type of inventory. Just like at your own house, you got to say, as a father, if things are not going right in my house, what am I doing? How can I be a better father? How can I be of assistance to my wife? How can I be a better dad to my children? How can I do X, Y, Z? It's an accountability thing. Now, there's another video for a young man. I think did the same thing. And these are incredible. I can't wait to get to her response so you can see what she said about it.
Look at rap. Look at what we're glorifying. Right. We're glorifying violence.
Who's
You're a wizard.
And so now sorry y'all, commercial is coming. So now the young man comes up and he says, look how we glorify rap. Okay? Look how we glorify rap. Now I'm going to share something with you. The uncomfortable truth and what this young man is about to say, it may shock a lot of y'all. It may shock you. What he about to say, it may shock you. A lot of y'all may not agree with what he's saying.
Who's we? Who controls the distribution? Who controls the distribution of these sources of media?
And who takes it in? And who takes it in?
Listen, if you're okay, so let me put it in this context. If I have a company, right, and you guys are my employees, and I determine what you get to eat every day, that's also going to determine how you exist in this company, right? Like if you come to work and I say the only thing you can eat is processed foods and fried foods and you're not going to get to have the best vegetables, etc. What's that going to affect? Your health, that's going to affect your ability to operate, etc. This is how the United States operates. There's a lot of us that don't want to admit that as much as accountable as we want to be, all of our brains also don't operate the same way. Some of us are much more apt to be indoctrinated than others. That's a fact. There's a 1% of people that knows this. There's a whole show called Mad Men that's about advertising, etc. And if we don't acknowledge multiple things at the same time, then we simply cannot stop it. We can be as accountable as we want to be. And I hope that if you're right, because I hope you're right, I wish that it was a situation where if Black people could just be accountable, then nothing else would matter. But unfortunately, that hasn't been the case because we have seen when we have Black Wall Street in Tulsa and we have Black Wall Street in Durham, that when we actually do hold our own and build our own communities, they will still come and run it down.
Again, no accountability. What do you mean? I wish it was true that we built our country. They still burn it down. They didn't burn down Black Harlem. They did have a race conflict in Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma, but that was a mutual combating situation.
Okay, so now this part that Officer Tatum is going into, I don't agree with him on this one, but we still gonna let him listen. We still gonna let him cook. I don't agree with him on this part right here. Here we go.
Where white people ended up just beating Black people. Allegedly, there was an issue on an elevator that turned into a conflict between Black and white people. Black people fired the first shots, killed several white people. Then white people came from other areas into Tulsa, Oklahoma, and it became a race riot. During the race riot, a lot of Black businesses got destroyed, but they built it all back a year or two later. And so there's no justification to say that it was permanently destroyed. Black people did have an opportunity to build their stuff back. Black people do have an opportunity to do and take accountability for their issues today. This is this whole victim mentality. It's a system in place. If I had a business, the employees, if I only let you eat this, no, that's not true. This country is built on capitalism. So that means the consumer desires a product and some people facilitate the product for the consumer. They don't make you listen to rap music. People love that type of music. For instance, like I can't make people eat vegan yogurt. If they don't want vegan yogurt, I can't force vegan yogurt down people's throats. Now, there can be a propaganda arm of me spending billions of dollars to advertise vegan yogurt, and maybe some people will be susceptible of using it. But bro, let's keep it real. That's not rap music. That is an outlet for Black people to either continue down the path of destruction or exacerbate or explain the path of destruction that they're already doing, which means that a person is either expressing what is going on in the community in the form of rap, and then people are consuming it and regurgitating it back and forth. It's like a cycle. I see drama, I promote drama, I consume drama, I create drama, I promote drama, consume and create it. And all the people at the top of the industry is doing is saying, I have the financial means to put Lil Yachty out there and make Lil Yachty go as far as the people want him to go. I can get you, they like you, Lil Yachty. I can pay for Lil Yachty to get on the stage in a concert and I'll make money off of people loving him. Let's put this in perspective. Like, we know that people of our color perpetuate this violent theology, but we're not the biggest consumers of the violent theology, to be quite honest. White people consume it, but they don't have to be connected to it. That's the biggest difference. They listen to it, it's entertainment to them. When it comes to Black people, it's Black people's real life, things that Black people are going through. And if we continue to perpetuate this idea, we're exacerbating what we come through, elevating what we come through, giving a presentation to white people who listen to the music more that this is the reality that we live, and it's not true. All right, let's listen to Amanda Seales respond to this.
By now, many of you all have seen my episode of Surrounded, one Black radical surrounded by 20 Black conservatives. And I know everybody who watched it has many thoughts. Someone in the comments did say, wow, it's a shock that Amanda Seales didn't know how to debate. And at first I was offended by that. And I was like, what video did you watch? And then I actually watched the whole video last night with the SEAL Squad. And I realized, oh yeah, I'm not debating. And the irony about this was that it's not that I didn't know how to debate, it's that I just chose not to debate. Because the claims that I stated are not up for debate. Reparations are deserved for everyone who is the descendant of chattel slavery, as well as a number of other injustices, particularly in the United States, that have been supplanted upon Black Americans. Black on Black crime is not real. It's a concept that was created to further the ideology that Black people are somehow less civil, that we are savage, that we are less human, and thus require more policing, needing to be sequestered. The continued proliferation of Black on Black crime as an actual real concept is actually Black on Black crime. It is the weaponizing of Black people against Black people. Systemic racism is not up for debate. It is what it is. And lastly, no, Black conservatism does not make any concessions or room or care for the working class. Actually, the concept of Black conservatives is literally an oxymoron. When I walked into that room and I saw the people that were there and how many of them were young people, I didn't want to debate them. And I was dealing with people who are deeply affected by indoctrination and by self-hatred. I wanted to show them the ways in which.
And I want to share something with you. This is the part that I dislike when they say self-hatred, that we have a self-hatred towards each other, or self-hatred, I guess, in us. That the ones who give correction, when we see nonsense and we say, this doesn't look right, why are you doing it? So it's like a self-hatred. And I'm going to share something with you. I love my brothers and sisters. I love my melanin. You understand? I love it. The problem I got is with the two front rows of our community. I can't stand y'all. Y'all might look like me. We may talk alike and everything like that, but I can't stand y'all. I can't stand y'all. Like y'all get on my nerve. Like when I see y'all on the street doing dumb stuff, I don't even want to say nothing to you. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll be ready to, because I see dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. I just want to stretch. I want to just let you know that part. That's how I feel. When I see y'all do dumb shit, I be the first one ready to call the popo on y'all doing the dumb shit. I got to charge this phone, y'all. Give me a minute. So that's how I feel. You understand? Because when you get in here and you tell people, oh, because I'm giving you some pushback, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying these are real things that's happening in the melanated community. And you're saying because I'm addressing it that, oh, you don't love yourself. I don't agree with some of these content creators who say that. I don't agree with them, because let me share something with you. You go live in the hood. Like say you in the suburbs now. You go live in the hood and stay there for like a year. Let's see if you survive. You go live in the hood and spend time there. Let's see if you survive. This is the uncomfortable truth. A lot of people who were raised in the projects, who was raised in the ghetto, you think they still in the ghetto right now? Huh? You think they still in the ghetto right now, who was raised in the hood, raised in the projects, have been in the dirt. Do you think they are in the projects right now? The ones who had the mind to get out. They not there. They not there. Some of y'all, that's why I laugh at some of y'all who be doing content on social media. Y'all be thugging it out like y'all thugs or something, like you seen something in your life. Y'all be all hood on social media. I be sitting there laughing, because the ones that are the calmest ones that don't want to fight and don't want to get into no argument with nobody, you know what I'm saying? They just be calm. Don't be the ones that be the problem, because they done seen a lot of shit. I always laugh when I see stuff like this. Some of y'all female content creators that be going ham on each other, talking about you'll do something to somebody, this and that. I remember some woman who was on somebody's podcast was talking about how she would take it to take heed. I'll take it to take heed. Oh, I wish one day I could see her. I'll take it to her. And I laughed so hard. Because the thing, if you knew me, you wouldn't even say that. If you knew me in real life, you wouldn't even say you wanted me. You wouldn't even say you wanted me. But I laugh at stuff like that because y'all come from a certain type of place where you ain't never, you don't know how Take Heed grew up. You don't know the shit that I have seen. You understand? Don't let the hair tie and jewelry fool you. You understand? Because you see me up here and I'm trying to be cordial with everybody. You don't know the background that I come from. But you can say that on social media. But if you met me face to face, you wouldn't say none of that stuff. See, the one who grew up hard, that went through the most shit, they don't show themselves. They don't. When shit happen, they stay calm because they know if they go off the ham, they probably gonna go to jail. The uncomfortable truth is that we glorify too much foolishness. We do. Either it be rap, either it be hoism, shout out to kosher, either it be drugs. We glorify it too much. And even our ancestors had this going on, but they didn't glorify it. They shamed it. Shout out to Mrs. She Said. They shamed it. They didn't glorify it. They shamed it. If a woman was out there being a hoe, they shamed her. If a man was out there being a rolling stone, they shamed him. If you out there doing drugs, they shamed you. If you out there selling drugs to your community, they shamed you. The thing is that my melanated brothers and sisters, I want to share something with you. Pumping drugs into our community, that was never us. Having gang wars, that was never us. Okay? Our lineage was always about unity. Okay? After we were free from slavery, even before slavery, but even after, our lineage was never about pumping drugs into the community, out here doing hoism, out here being a rolling stone. That was never the foundation of our community. The foundation of our community was the natural order: Yahweh, husband, wife, and children. That was our foundation. It was family. That's all we had was family. Don't get me wrong, every family wasn't perfect. They all had some problems. Especially when our great-great-grandmothers always ran around talking about whatever goes on in my house, stay in my house. And that whole teaching that they gave us was horrifying because a lot of things happened to us in great-great-grandmama's house or grandmama's house or mama's house. Okay? That was the most horrible teaching that they had gave us back in that time. But also, our bloodline, we loved our family. We understood that the husband was the head. We understood that we were supposed to follow the leader. There's a lot of things that had got lost over the years past, and this is what we're suffering from. Don't get me wrong. We all know that all these things have happened to our community. We all know the powers that be was against us for a lot of things. They wanted to see us die. Let's understand that. They wanted to see us be here no longer. You understand? But we did not let that. We continued to fight. We continued to move on. We continued to build families. We continued to buy property. We continued until they took the key component from the melanated community. And the key component is our men. Until they took the fathers out of the homes. That's the key component to our foundation. And this is why we still in some foolery today. And you hear women all over social media. I don't need no man. I don't need no man to raise these kids. I can raise these kids by myself. Let's continue. Here we go. Shout out to Officer Tatum.
They had been misled.
to being able to show up for themselves and for their people. And of course, they're only a portion of this project. The true audience is not who you're debating, but who's watching and trying to get information and concepts to them that are being actively impeded. And that felt far more valuable than just being right.
I don't know what's worse, her actual performance at this debate or challenge or conversation, or her response to it. She's doubling down on stupidity. You know, this is one thing that's very, it could be, well, I'm past the point of being a baby, you know, like a baby Christian. I'm past the point of being a baby conservative, right? I'm sick of these people. Like, I think so many people will never grow up. But there are people that are on the fence that if they heard Amanda Seales debate and they heard the other black conservatives, they may be like, wait a minute, they actually do make points. Or maybe some people agree with Amanda Seales. But the fact that Amanda Seales cannot see through the bull effery that she's propagating in her mind is beyond me. I mean, just think about this for a minute. She literally, out of all of those conversations, she took nothing from it. She don't think there's anywhere where she can improve in what she's saying. And she claims that every black person from chattel slavery deserves reparations. Well, you know, you guys have been waiting for reparations for hundreds of years now. Like, at what point are we going to say, we need to now find a different path than expecting this check to come out of nowhere that's going to somehow revive our existence? Because even the thought of...
So we're going to stop Officer Tatum right there, because I'm going to share with you why we're going to stop. Because he doesn't agree that we shouldn't get reparations. I'm not going to say we should not. I'm going to, like I told y'all earlier, there needs to be some stipulations in it, but I do believe we deserve reparations. I'm not going to sit in here and say we don't. Everybody else got a piece of the pie, and we deserve it too. It is not fair. Our lineage should have gotten it. They should have gotten it. Once they were free from slavery, they should have gotten some type of reparations. That's not right. So what did they do? They just turned around and did Jim Crow laws and all this other stuff they laid upon us. So I don't agree with that part, but I still like Officer Tatum. A lot of his talking points, I do like it. Now I want to share something with y'all. Okay. Now, a lot of y'all may not agree with what Tariq was saying. Okay. I don't care. This is my channel. You think I'm upset? You know, I don't care. This is my channel. We're going to have to agree to disagree, damn it. Do you think I'm upset about that? You can say whatever you want to say in the chat. I don't care. You understand? We're going to agree to disagree, baby. We all grown in here. So listen, I'm not going to keep y'all long. But my thing is that Amanda could have improved on a lot of things. I wish she could have talked to the crowd better. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I wish she could have talked to the crowd better and handle it in a dignified way. But when you have a woman that she's not stable, I don't care what nobody say, she's not stable to me. When I see her get into conversations, she can't hold herself. She's not stable. She gets upset. She's screaming at the people. It was not good. And I hope Jubilee don't bring her back. They could have got somebody else to do it, but I hope they don't bring her back. She didn't do well with, I'm going to share something with you. Even Tariq Nasheed, shout out to Tariq Nasheed. Even Tariq Nasheed can be in a type of atmosphere like that, and he'll be able to hold himself. Now on his channel, that's his channel. He do whatever he want to do. But when he's in the atmosphere around other people, you know what I'm saying? This brother know how to hold himself. You have some brothers who know how to handle things and some sisters who know how to handle things when they are on a different type of platform. And I just wish she would have handled it better, because she has been labeled the black woman stereotype that when you don't get your way, you snap on everybody. That was the problem. That was the only problem I had with her. That was the only problem. She didn't handle it well. Okay. She was giving pushback, like that type of thing. Let me share something with you. I myself take heed. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do it. You got to know yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like me in a room with a whole bunch of people who don't agree with me and I got to have a conversation with them. You would have to take heed for that, like maybe a good year or something like that, so that I'll be able to battle people in the room and then still be calm and still be pleasant. It's hard. And if you have never been trained like that, if you have never did public speaking, you don't know how to handle things like that. And even though I think she was a Disney kid or a Nickelodeon kid, even though she was on the world stage, sister girl got some issues. You understand? And I'm gonna share something with you. I saw something in the comment section when someone said, "Oh, what you saying? Oh, family, that's what we needed." Let me share something with you. I also said the natural order. Okay? I didn't just say, "Oh, all we need is family." I said we were governing by the natural order. Okay? So what that mean? Yahweh first, then man, then woman, then child. But somehow we got out of the natural order. And this is where the chaos starts. When you believe that when we started believing that black men ain't shit, black men ain't gonna never be shit, black men never was shit, this is when the order, we all came undone. This is when we all came undone. When you started telling black men that they ain't shit, they ain't gonna never be shit, they never was shit, they never had shit, this is when our community got undone. You could disagree. That's your business. That's your business. You could disagree. Okay? I'm not telling you to agree with me. I'm just telling you the facts. I'm just telling you the facts, baby. When they took the key to our foundation, that was the black man, this is when all hell broke loose. They kept saying, how is these people still surviving? We done did all this stuff to them. We done did all these things to them. We done pumped all this stuff into the community. And then one person decided and said, you know what? It's the man. It's the black man. It's him. It's the black man. He's the problem. Let's get him up out of there. We'll see how it go. And that's what happened. That's what happened. And my sisters now, in this day and age, who's standing up and saying, no, I need the black man. Shout out to you, my sister. Shout out to you, baby. The ones who standing up and saying, no, I need my black man. I need him. I need my melanated brother. Shout out to you, my sister. Because get your key to the foundation back. That's right. Get your key to the foundation back, damn it. This is only how these kids will survive. Get your key back. You know that old saying where not the old saying, but that Bible song. I forgot the song too, darn it. I'm taking it all back. Yes, that's the song. I'm taking it all back. I'm going into the enemy's camp and I'm taking it all back. All you got to do is go into the enemy's camp and tell the devil, give me my key back. That's all you got to do. Y'all sitting up here listening to these women talking all crazy on social media, telling you how to be with your man and all this nonsense. You're going to wind up somewhere where you can't get out of. You're going to wind up 6 feet under. Y'all keep dealing with that witchcraft. You're going to wind up 6 feet under. Y'all better stop playing. Let me share something with y'all. I keep saying this. No one is coming to save you. Nobody is coming to save you, my brothers and sisters. Do you hear me? You got to get on the good foot. Ain't nobody coming to save you. Another thing too. Reparations, we want it. And I understand it. But baby, the truth is we not going to get it. That's the uncomfortable truth. We want it, we want it, we want it, but the truth is we not gonna get it. So for you to just continue to sit and wait and wait and wait, it's not gonna do anything, baby. You got to get on the good foot. You got to get on the good foot. Change that mindset. Raise your children. Be under a covering. First of all, get the covering first. Bring your children into a safe environment. I want y'all to understand something. The other communities do nonsense like our community too, but ours is more glorified than theirs. Do you understand? The other communities do the same nonsense we do, but ours is more glorified. We have to start correcting our community. Where do Take Heed always tell you? The change starts at home. You got to be able to train your children in an upright manner. You got to be able to teach them right from wrong. And I'm talking to the two front rows of our community, because the rest of us got sense. It's the two front rows that's the problem in our community. The rest of us understand the assignment. My brothers and sisters, I know tonight was heavy. It was heavy for me as well. I'm not going to get in here and be like, FBA this, FBA that. I'm not going to do that. And like I told y'all, I have no problem with FBA. I don't have no disagreements with FBA at all. But I just don't say I'm FBA. I'd rather say I'm African American. But I will say this. When we learn that we have lost the key component of our foundation, we'll do better. You understand? When we learn that we have lost the key component of our foundation, we'll do better. Well, shout out to Amanda Seals for taking on 20 people who didn't agree with her. And shout out to the 20 people for being able and bold enough to speak your truth. Guys, I had a wonderful time with y'all tonight. I'm going to let y'all go. It's already 2 hours and 7 minutes. I'm going to let y'all go. I enjoyed my time with y'all. I hope y'all take heed to the message. I know it was heavy tonight. Usually we clown a little bit, but it was heavy tonight. You know what I'm saying? I know it was heavy tonight. We usually clown, but we ain't clown tonight. I'm sorry for that, y'all. Okay? God willing, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thank you to everybody who took time to donate to the channel. Ricky and Mr. He said, I greatly appreciate you. Okay, both of y'all. Thank you so much. Y'all, everybody have a wonderful night. Tomorrow we'll talk about something else. And we comment down on the Dr. Umar thing because the brother saved his school. Okay, so we gonna say kudos to him and his followers as well, and to whoever helped him pay off that debt. May God bless your hand, whoever helped him pay off that debt, because that money was too close for him to get that fast. So now, much love to you all. Everybody have a wonderful night, okay? God willing, I'll see y'all tomorrow. If you want to donate to the channel, you can donate through Cash App, through Venmo, through Super Chat. If you, should I say donate? I got to stop saying donate. Contribute to the channel, because that, the thing with Dr. Umar was too much. Okay. So now if you want to shop with us, our family business is called UBMRexFashion.com, Mercari, POSHMARK, and eBay. The links are in our bio. And also this is a UBMRex fashion dress right now that I got on, baby. I told y'all we got big girl clothes as well. Okay. It's real nice, honey. Got a split down the middle. It's sexy. Okay. Now check this out. If you want to buy merch, scroll to the top of the page. You will see Shop or Store. Okay. I got hoodies, shirts, mugs, water bottles, all that good stuff in here. Okay. If you like it. Okay. Y'all go check it out. It got me in a cartoon form. Thank you, Melissa. It got me in a cartoon form. And then at the back, it says, take heed to the message. And to the person who left the comment a few minutes ago and said, Dr. Umar's school is opening. I don't know if it's opening, but I know he saved his school. Okay. He paid off the debt that he owed the city, and he's working on a payment plan with them now. So he was able to save his school. I don't know how he got the money because he said his accounts were still frozen. But shout out to him. Okay. So we're going to calm down on the talking points for Dr. Umar and just, pray he get that school up and running. And hopefully his donors don't turn on him, because I know they were taken through a whirlwind this past month. Okay. I got to go, baby. Much love to you all. Everybody have a wonderful night. Take heed to the message, everybody.